Ahoy mateys, and welcome to this week's segment of the Donatelli Ed Zone, where we provide you with the inspiration and teacher tips you need to be successful in your classroom. My name's Rob Donatelli, and I'd like to first start this segment by just wishing and hoping that you had a great Valentine's Day and weekend. And secondly, thank you for all the love that you provide your students. They need it, and they need to know that they have teachers that care about them. On today's segment, we have our tech tip, our teacher tip, and our quote and joke for you. And I'm really excited to start with the tech tip. And we're going to take a look at this software and program called Voki. So when we go to Voki.com, probably thinking, man, that's a weird name. Well, what's really cool is Voki is a software that allows you to create an avatar, and then you can type or you can speak to that avatar. And what they can do in a setting is they can then articulate and present that information to a class or to other students. It's a great way to engage students, introduce them to some new technology, enhance maybe a language, okay, and great for homework, informative and summative assessment. Also free, which is always nice and we like. Let's scroll down a little bit and take a look. Why would you use Voki? First of all, technology integrated learning. You can assign and track student performance, engage targeted presentations, Common Core aligned. You get to imagine, create, and take ownership. Students really, when they use Voki, they kind of come out of a box, and maybe the kids that weren't real talkative in your class, and you ask them to raise their hand, they're loving this because they get to kind of present their material in an avatar form, and the avatar speaks for themselves. You can show knowledge and receive feedback, participate in collaborative learning, and it's a stimulating content taught by entertaining characters, which is a lot of fun. You can see the ladies moving here. It's kind of one of the examples of the avatars. But just to give you kind of a snapshot of what some of the teachers are saying, you can see that, number one, it builds confidence in speaking and writing and gets those students practicing that. Gives students great independence in their learning, and it gives them a voice and a face. How important is that in a classroom that is, sometimes 28, 30 people? Okay, so this is just, like I said, a nice software, different way to present something and give your students that voice while practicing, their presentations, their writing skills and speaking skills. Okay, so Voki.com is this week's tech tip. Let's go back here and let's take a look at this week's teacher tip. And it's brought to you by Captain James Hook. And probably wondering, what the heck does he have anything to do with learning? He has everything to do with the beginning of your class. And that comes down to, how do you hook your students to get them interested in a brand new topic? And there's probably 100 different ways, but I'm going to borrow two that I really like from Dave Burgess, and he talks about this in his book, Teach Like a Pirate. Highly recommend it if you haven't read it. Kind of got me fired up and thinking about these things. So first one I want to just introduce today is the Safari hook. And the Safari hook is, recently you ask yourself, maybe instead of sitting in a classroom, could we go somewhere in the school or outside to learn about the content for the day, or do something different, or a scavenger hunt? Okay, that is a great way to kind of build excitement with students on a new topic or something that you're trying to teach them. And then the second hook out of the handful out there is the mystery bag hook. How many times do we start a unit and we just get right into the content, but we don't generate the students' curiosity for that? Well, what you can do is put in a mystery bag and put all kinds of stuff in there, have the students start pulling it out, see if they can figure out what they're learning or what they're going to do today. Okay, so those are two great tips that you guys can use in your classroom to hook and engage your students at the beginning of a new lesson. And then lastly, bring you your weekly quote and joke, and we'll start with the joke this week. Do you know what a pirate's favorite letter is? Most think it's R, but it be the C. And like I said, one with our quote this week, most people who conform to the norm rarely make history in life. So I challenge you to be bold, be different, Go outside your comfort zone and remember why you do what you do. It's for your students to make them better people, and they will notice when you push yourself to become a better person. Have a great week. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll talk to you guys next time. See ya.